Scary things are going on, very scary things. Smart contract hacks. $2.7 billion have been stolen so far this year through smart contract hacks. Glad that you're here. I'm Blockchain Bernie, streaming live from California 3 times a week. So we are going to talk about how can these smart contracts get hacked? Is it more than what's happening with fraud with credit cards and debit cards? And how is the rise 1,250% compared to the rise of crypto in general? And then last not least, how can you protect yourself? How can you make sure you don't fall prey to these hackers that hack smart contracts? And if you're a customer of Bitoku and have signed up for, running one of our validator nodes, how can you protect yourself against smart contract hacks? And what does it mean for yourself against smart contract hacks? And what does it mean for you? I'm going to talk about all this in this video, so make sure you watch it to the end. In the meantime, subscribe to my channel, give this video a like. So if we look at these things about smart contract hacks, we see here that funds lost through smart contract hacks in 2022 stand at 2.7 billion. This is an article by Bankless Times, and that's a 1,250% jump since 2020. So they didn't give us the jump from 2021, they just gave the jump from 2020. So now let's look at DeFi Llama. DeFi Llama is the most trusted site for any stats that you get on the DeFi field. And this is on all smart contract blockchains here. You can pick, either of the smart contracts platforms here. But now you can see in 2020, right? It started at $500 million in total value locked, right? So all the value that is in smart contracts, right? It started at $500 million and it went up to like 14 billion in the end of 2020. So 2020, we had like an average of, you see the first half of the year, nothing happened. So the average was maybe $4-5 billion locked in smart contracts in 2020. So there was not much to hack back in the day, right? And then you see in 2021 was the whole rise here. And then in 2022, we were standing at, 200 billion. and then it all collapsed here with, the crypto winter and stuff like that. So in the second half of 2022, all the total value locked went down. But hey, 200 million as compared to 4 billion, that's a 20x. That would be 2,000%. And the rise was only 1,220%. So now given that in late 2020, the total value lock went down, the rise from 2020 to 2022 is kind of proportional to the rise in value locked in smart contracts in general, right? So that means this is supposed to scare us. 1,250% rise, but it was even a slightly less percentage rise than, money that is in smart contracts at all. So the rise is not so concerning, right? However, out of the 200 billion, maybe it's 100 billion on average in 2022. Out of those 100 billion, 2.7 billion got hacked in smart contracts. That's almost 2.7%. That is really a lot. Because if you compare that with more mature industries, as the credit card and debit card industries, you will see that, it's only like 0.06%. We have this here, 6.7 cents in $100, right? That's 0.067%. And that's very, very different from 2.7%. So if we had 2.7% fraud in the credit card and banking industry in general, it would be a disaster. So what does this tell us? just the credit card, debit card, banking industries, they are mature industries. They are full of regulation. They are full of fraud prevention tools and, all these type of things. So their fraud is still there. It's still significant, but it's way, way lower than smart contract hacks. So what does that all mean? The crypto industry needs to evolve. We need more regulation. We need more security checks. We need more audits of smart contracts. We need, the general public to get more educated, to get suspicious earlier when such things are going on, right? And I'm not only the founder of Bitoku Labs, building the storage layer for Solana. I am also a CISP, a CISSP, a certified information systems security professional. So I'm kind of a cybersecurity professional, right? So we look into our smart contracts that we develop and make sure that all these vulnerabilities that can easily go in there, that we don't fall into the most obvious traps, I should say, right? Because there is no such thing as a 100% secure smart contract. There is no such thing as a 100% secure bank either, right? And even if you have cash in your physical wallet, obviously it's not 100% safe. There's pickpockets and everything out there, right? So, but we take care at Bitoku Labs that, our smart contracts can't be hacked. And, we also will have formal audits done. There are like automated security audits tool that our smart contracts went through. So all these type of things, and, just watch out for all these hacks, and, don't leave funds unnecessarily in some smart contracts for a long time. And what's in your wallet, in your own wallet, and you have the private keys, that's the safest way to do it, right? And a wallet is actually a misnomer, right? Because the wallet doesn't contain your funds. A real physical wallet contains your funds, right? They're just in there, right? With a crypto wallet, many people then feel like, oh, my funds are in that wallet. No, they are not. Your funds are on the blockchain. That's why it's crypto, right? But the private keys to access those funds from the blockchain, they're in your wallet, right? And you can have your private keys in 7 different wallets, and they are all the same private keys, and they all access the same funds that are there only once in the blockchain, right? That's kind of a different concept from real wallets. It's might be also a different concept from real banks and stuff. So it needs a little bit getting used to. And, because it's, it takes a time to figure out how to handle private keys and what is a crypto wallet and these things, right? Then people get tempted to leave their funds in centralized exchanges, and they give away their keys to these things that even look a little bit like a bank, and they trust them blindly, and then these hacks happen. So yeah, just watch out for all these things. And as I mentioned, with Bitoku Labs, we have all the history of the node licenses that you purchased. They are all on the blockchain. So even if something gets hacked there, it is possible to reconstruct the history and get back your license and the rewards that you received. So that gives a little bit of an additional layer of security compared to other exchanges, and especially centralized exchanges, obviously. So if you're interested in how these smart contract hacks can actually happen, and interested in learning from me a little bit, what hacks are out there, right? How do the vulnerabilities look like? And I can show you something in code and say, well, this guy didn't check for, integer arithmetic overflow, right? That's one of the, one of the most common mistakes that happen. or, this guy didn't do this and that in the code, and that's how it got exploited. I'm happy to do that in another video if you're interested, right? So if anyone in the audience is interested, please let me know in the comments down below. And thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel and catch you later, guys.